So on December 6th, 1941, most Americans were going about their day just as they normally do. Yes, people were concerned about what was going on in Europe. That crazy guy in Germany was really causing a problem for a lot of people, and not a very good way at all. And tensions with Japan were problematic. However, most people went about their day just normal. The events of history had not yet taken place. December 7th, 1941 was a day that would live in infamy. Mm-hmm. And everything changed. The homeland of America was now being attacked for the first time by this kind of a force. And it made everybody wake up and go, wait a minute, we're actually vulnerable in a way that nobody ever thought was possible. So why am I bringing this up? Well, we have this idea here in America that things have always been a certain way and they're really good, and doggone it, we're pretty much invincible to a lot of outside forces. We've been shielded. The media has told you one thing, and your politicians have told you, oh, everything's fine and dandy and fine and dandy. But guess what? I kind of have this feeling that we're sitting on the precipice of December 6th again. I think a lot of you know it. A lot of you who pay attention know it. And just because a thing has been away for a long time does not mean it's going to keep going. Actually, if you look in history, and folks, this is not designed to scare you. This is actually, I've got a really great point at the end if you hang tight. But I got to make my case before I can make the point. If you look in history, peace is actually the abnormality. It's usually chaos and conflict, and unfortunately, that's how humans are wired. If you look in the Bible, you'll know why. You'll know why. So, where does that leave us? If we're on the precipice of something big, and we can all know that it's coming, we all feel it, we see it, we read in the news what we're not shielded from. And we can see that humans generally, they like to control things. And usually the people that are on top control everybody else. Think of it like a chessboard. Some of us are probably pawns.
Yeah. Most of us are probably pawns.
Some of us are bishops. Mm-hmm. Most of you watching this, I would wager, are not knights. Well, maybe some of you are knights. But most are definitely not kings or queens, or else this would be far beneath you.
Right.
So where are we going with this conversation? Here it is. Christa has no idea where I was wanting to go with this. But how do you get through this? How do the people in history, how did they make it through and protect their family when all these changes happened? When all of these December 6th moments happen and all of a sudden the world goes wham! And everybody who thought cannot happen here, will not happen here, couldn't possibly be. Let's say this. Oh, you want to hear a mind-altering thing? Think about the poor folks in Japan who were just going about their day, had nothing to do with what was going on in the combat or anything like that. And all of a sudden they see planes flying up above going, cannot be, because our government has made it so that we're protected and safe. They've told us we're safe.
Yeah.
Things have a tendency to get nutty, and we have been very fortunate and blessed that we have been in peace here in the United States for a long time. I fear that's changing. Has changed. Mm-hmm. Did change a while back.
Yeah.
We're just on the catch-up spot. Yeah. So how does the average person keep going, get through, even prosper? I would suggest community,
Yes.
local.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You've got to build your world, your family in local communities. Think about it like this. Life still goes on. Oh, there's Brutus. He just figured out it was us over here.
All right, relax, buddy.
How does life still go on when these things get chaotic? It's community, building local, knowing who's around you. How about this one? Here's a crazy one. Having the ability to get food and stuff and things from folks that are not a mono corporation somewhere 500 miles away that can't get to you anymore. Local.
Right. Right. Find folks in your area that do different things. You know, if you can't raise cows and need some milk, find somebody in your area that you can
Trade with.
You know, there are lots of folks, especially in rural areas, grow gardens. Well, find folks that you may want to barter different things for, eggs or, you know, wool. I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of folks knit or crochet. But if you don't have access to buying yarn, find somebody who has sheep, and buy wool from them, or alpacas and buy the wool from them.
Look, if things get chaotic, do you think the people that are in conflict zones right now in Europe, do you think that they can just go to Walmart and grab anything they want because they want it? Oh, let's make, beef Wellington tonight. Probably not happening for most of them.
Yeah.
The point is that if you can build folks around you, you are going to be part of the solution that's going to get you through.
Exactly.
So you say
get each of you through.
Yeah, well,
not
your
just you yourself, but all of the folks in that community will get through.
And your families. So you say, well, Brad, I don't know how to start that. That sounds scary. Well, guess what? You're going to have to take the step of reaching out and actually being a little vulnerable to people who you don't know, to say hi.
Yeah.
To say, here's who I am. This is what I do. If you live in Wisconsin or you live here, well, guess what? We're in central Wisconsin. We don't make a big secret of that.
No.
And a lot of people know what we do. We'll reach out and say, hey, are you willing to trade this? Are you willing to do that? Well, you might be surprised.
Yeah.
So we have actually got a few places where you can connect. First one, if you want to know all of the inside scoop, the inside stuff that we dare not speak openly on YouTube, that's on Patreon.
Right.
Go to patreon.com/Big Family Homestead. Now you say, Brad, why would you do that? Why would you charge $2 whole dollars? A whole dollars. That's got to be like 6 cents a day or something like that. Ridiculous. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? One word.
Well, it's to keep the trolls out.
Rhymes with rolls.
Honestly, it's to keep the trolls out. You know, because we go in there, we talk a little bit more about personal things.
The raw stuff.
And the raw stuff, right. We kind of go in depth with Grace's care there. And we've just started to do that. So it's not like there's, hundreds of videos on there. Because we want to kind of protect protect her privacy a little bit, but still want to share with you guys so that you can pray with her. But we don't want to share that with everybody
who's just going to tear her apart.
Who's going to tear her apart, tear us apart, tear our family apart. I'm not going to do that.
Well,
I'm not going to do that to her. So
yeah. Well, that and world events.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you can. I know it's not perfectly private over there. I know that, but you can get away with a lot more there than you can here, because here it just gets shut down.
Right.
If you say something that the king doesn't like, the king says, shut it down.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we can get away with saying more about world events there, but also, so go over there and you know what is it going to cost you? Like 10 cents a day. So it's ridiculous. It's less than a
yeah,
coffee. It's less than a coffee.
Yeah.
That plus you're also helping build a ministry that is going to be creating and already has been creating media and things like free songs that are scripture songs for you to share with zero fee, zero charge. There's going to be probably a radio station that depends on you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, real stuff, real actual stuff. And go ahead.
There may even be church services, even though he doesn't really want to do that. But I foresee that happening.
Well, we already do Bible devotions.
I understand that. But in person is different.
It's true.
In person is different than watching online.
If we had facilities, which might be up to you,
Right.
We might do that.
Right.
Maybe.
We don't
I don't
have
want to talk about it.
facilities now. We just have our living room, and it's not big enough to open it up to the world, but
Anyway.
we'll get there.
Anyway. There's also another place you can go, and that is the Everyday Outreach Bible Devotion,
Exactly.
which we're already doing and have been doing for years now.
Yep.
It's Everyday Outreach on YouTube, Monday through Friday.
Right. And there's also the website, which also has a forum that you can join for free. You have to be approved so that there's no trolls, but you can join that for free. And that's where we talk about, and a lot of folks have joined in to talk about prayers and concerns, and it's amazing.
And what you do.
Yeah.
Like what you have to share, what you have to offer, your community building.
Yep, exactly. So if you make bread, go on there. Let's share that. If you want to help your community by baking bread for your community, that's a way to find out.
I would wager that there are
would be
people that
welcome
want
for
to
that.
trade bread for eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean to talk over you there.
No,
I
it's
just got all
okay.
excited.
I know.
And Brutus is over there grumbling.
It's him and Nana are playing. They have a dog run over here and they're playing. Oh, no, it's Daisy and Brutus.
So the growling is not my stomach.
Even though I'm hungry. I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
Well, if you're going to be a part of getting through all of the change, then you're going to have to build community, which means you're going to have to take a chance and you're going to have to reach out.
Yeah.
That said, get over there.
Yeah. Get on it.
Patreon.com/Big Family Homestead. Everyday Outreach on YouTube and everydayoutreach.com. So there it is.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys have a blessed and amazing day.